All right, we are at CollectorCon 2025. Welcome to Sci-Fi Journal. I'm Mark Morriso. Also hosting today are
Calvin Watts,
James Hinsey,
and Adam Tuckman is behind the camera. Gentlemen, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, our friend John, who did BST 2000 a couple of years ago, he's been selling Funko Pops and wrestling figures and other collectibles. We've known for a long time, and he decided to do another con, and we went in. We're gonna go in. It's been really fun. It's been really busy, and we'll have some stuff for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I missed the last one, so this is my first time here for CollectorCon.
Yeah, they say there are about 30 vendors that have tables, all different kinds of stuff. There's Pokemon, there's retro games, and so forth. So let's take a look at CollectorCon 2025. I'm with Nick from Cartridge Cave. Hi, Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Now tell us, you said you have a brick and mortar store, correct?
Yeah, we have a video game store. It's a small store in downtown Lowell, Massachusetts on Merrimack Street.
Okay, and how did you find out about CollectorCon?
I was actually reached out to by John, who's running the show. I guess he found my Facebook page, and he reached out to me and wanted to see if I had any interest in being here. So, we took the opportunity.
Okay, sounds good. Tell us a little bit about your store, what kind of systems you sell, and so forth.
Yeah, so we're mostly focused on retro video games and systems. We probably stock like 70 to 80% of our store with mostly retro stuff. We do have some new gen systems and games as well, like PS5 and Xbox Series X, etc. Retro gaming is a big part of my life, and it just kind of made sense for me to make a store around it. And we have some of our inventory here. This is just a small selection. We have so much more in our store, but yeah.
Now, I'm kind of an old-time retro gamer myself because my video game experience goes all the way back to like the Atari 2600, the first early stuff.
Of course, yeah.
But my favorite system was the Commodore 64. Do you carry any C64 stuff?
We don't currently, but we definitely would. If someone came by, like we buy things from customers who come into the store and want to trade their systems in. So we haven't seen anything yet, but we would definitely be open to taking that stuff in and selling it. I'm a big fan of like old computers. Like we have this SG-1000, which is kind of a similar vein. It's a computer that also is a game console, kind of like the Commodore 64 was. So we're definitely interested in that stuff still.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that system because Calvin would have killed me if I hadn't said anything about it. Now, do you personally have a favorite retro system that you like to play?
Me personally, I'm a big Super Nintendo fan, so I grew up playing that system. Lots of good games to play that are co-op, that are good to play on a couch with a friend. And then there's also a bunch of great like single player games, and the graphics were like just kind of at a peak time in history there. I feel like where 2D like side scrolling games were really just like look their best in my opinion. So yeah, that's my favorite system to play.
Nice. Now, what do you think about the newer systems like the new Switch and those kind of games?
Yeah, I haven't tried the Switch 2 yet. I'm a big fan of the original Switch. Lots of great games on there. Nintendo made a great comeback. Great first-party games like Super Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild. I'm excited to see what else comes out on the Switch 2. I'm excited to play the new Donkey Kong game that comes out. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet. I'm trying to get my hands on one currently. There's great games coming out. I'm a big survival horror fan, so there's been a lot of installments in that genre, like the Silent Hill 2 remake that came out recently. I played that. I thought it was great. I'm excited to see what comes out next. Silent Hill F is one of Konami's announced games that are going to be coming out in the Silent Hill series, and then there's Resident Evil Requiem that was just released, so I'm excited for those more modern games to release.
Okay. Now, you mentioned those games. Were you interested in the movie versions of those as well, like the movies? Come on, Mila Jovovich. Come on, doesn't get any better than that.
There's video game movies or movies based on video games are kind of notoriously known for not being that great. I do like the Silent Hill film. That was pretty good. The original Resident Evil film, was very campy, but it was still a good watch. I kind of only watched the original Resident Evil movie. I didn't really follow the series of movies after that, but if you're a big fan of the video game, I will sometimes watch the movies around them too. Yeah.
Now, if people want to pay a visit to Cartridge Cave, can you give us your address and how we can get in touch with you?
Yeah, so we're located at 122 Merrimack Street in downtown Lowell, Massachusetts. It's right next to El Potro Mexican restaurant. And get in touch with us. We have Instagram at Cartridge Cave, one word. You can follow us on Facebook, Cartridge Cave. And we have email, info@cartridgecave.com. And our number is 978-596-1565 if you want to check the stock of what we have in store.
Mick, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what else is going on.
All right, so we're walking through CollectorCon 2025, and I went by this booth, and the name caught my attention. It's Retro Dad's Gaming Garage. I'm like, that sounds really cool. So this is Andrew from Retro Dad's Gaming Garage. Andrew, how's it going?
Terrific. Thank you.
Tell a little bit about yourself and about your business.
Yeah, so I'm about an hour north of Providence. My wife and I just started having kids, and we can't seem to stop. So I had a big gaming room. I have a big collection here. A lot of this is personal collection. And after the second kid, I lost my final room in the house. I moved everything into the garage. So I started thinking about selling because it's probably going to be a while before I can play again. Number 3 is actually on the way in October, so even more busy times coming up. So yeah, just looking to sell and buying a little bit of buying, trading, selling, whatever I can do to support the family right now.
Oh, I hear you when it comes to downsizing. Congratulations on the children and the one coming away. So you got a pretty nice selection here. You got a lot of Nintendo stuff, including some Game Boy cameras I can see. Was the Nintendo basically your main system?
Yeah, for sure. I grew up playing Nintendo mostly. Sega was big for me, Sega Genesis. I liked the Sonic games. Some of the obscure games like Rocket Knight Adventure and Super Thunderblade, I think it was called. But yeah, mostly Nintendo for me. A lot of people come and ask about the shooting games. I'm not a big shooting game. I play a lot of the fun games. So colorful, fun, good graphics is really what I look for.
That's cool. Now, so you said it mostly your personal collection. Do you do any of like the more newer games, or you're just basically more like older retro stuff?
I do have a little bit of everything. I left a lot of stuff at home, but for the most part in this show I wanted to bring anything that was old, trying to avoid disc games unless it's like I have some PlayStation 1, some GameCube, which is a big seller no matter where you go. So a little bit of everything, but mostly anything in my age frame, which is about 35 years.
Okay. If people want to get in contact with you, you have a website and social media links. So if they want to come by and check out your stuff.
Yeah, I have business cards. I have bags. I try to brand a little bit. My business name is Retro Dad's Gaming Garage. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, although I'm not super active, but I try to be when I can. I have an email, andrew@retrodadsgaminggarage.com. If you share the business card or take a picture of it, I'm always responsive to that for sure.
All right, awesome. Andrew, thank you for taking a couple of minutes out with us at Sci-Fi Journal. Enjoy the rest of your con.
Yeah. Calvin, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Hey, it's James here, Sci-Fi Journal. I'm here with Craig. So tell me about your shop.
So OmniSource is we're actually quite a bit of a new store. We've been at it for about a year and a half now, and we built up 3 communities of Magic, One Piece, and tabletop. So RPGs. So a lot of D&D as well. And that's our goal, is just to have a place for people to come and play and share their hobbies and their passions. Especially with the craze of it, we want people to come in, also have our prices at a fair price where they can come and actually play their hobby more and not sit there and stress about it. So.
Yeah, and then they can also, if you've never played before, they can learn.
Yeah.
Start off right there.
Yeah, we have plenty of people that are willing to teach anybody that's new. And yeah, we have a very diverse, strength of playing or different levels of play and players that do that. So
what do you have set up here today at CollectorCon?
So we've actually accumulated quite a good collection of One Piece singles. They have a lot of beautiful arts, fun arts. We also do Magic singles. We have a lot like Magic sealed, Lorcana sealed, One Piece sealed. Again, some RPG books. We have a good plethora of what a game store should have.
And back here?
So we have, as you know, Kaysen, our DM. We're open to run 2 free D&D sessions today. We have a couple takers, but we want like at least 3 to 4 to kind of get in to have a nice little session. But yeah, so that's what we're offering today, and again for free, and just to come and hang out and play.
That's great. So where can people find your shop and reach you?
Yeah, so we're located in Westport, Mass. We're right off of Route 6. I guess what I say to people is, if you can find the UPS store, you can find us right to the left.
Yeah.
But again, you just type in Omnisource Games in Google, and you'll find us as well.
Cool. All right, great. Thank you for talking to us, and let's see what else is happening.
Awesome, James. I appreciate your time. It means a lot, and yeah, we'll see you guys around a little bit more today.
Great.
All right, Collecticon 2025, and I'm here with the guy that's running the whole show. This is my friend John, who I've known for a long time. Met him starting out with a Funko Pops, which has been around for like forever. He's also a big wrestling dude. If you remember, for a couple of years ago, we were at BST Expo here, and we had a great time, and he decided to run another one, and here we are. John, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Calvin? Long time no see. It's great to have you guys, coming to Collecticon Providence. I've known you guys for like 8 years now, so it's great that we still keep in touch. Man, thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having us. We love covering your stuff. And you have a busy crowd today. So what made you decide to run another con, and why'd you name it Collecticon?
I think it's a collective of everything that I've been working 15 years for now at this point. And it's great to have, Pokemon, learn how to play Pokemon, and just vendors from all around Rhode Island and Massachusetts just setting up shop, meeting people. Like, this turnout's already 10 times better than it was at the BST Expo. So I'm just building this brand, and that's the way you got to do it. I mean, you're going to fail, and I've failed enough. Now I'm just going to be picking it up. So every year, and we're going to be doing this, I think, August 24th, if I'm not mistaken.
This year?
Yeah.
Or next? Or this? So 2 months? Oh, awesome. Same place?
Yep, same place. Yep. And yeah, it's great to have all types of collectors coming, whether it's just handmade goods. Again, with the Pokemon, like my sister-in-law over here, she's making pretty nifty like Pokemon things over here, handmade. It's cool to see different perspectives on collectibles. So
absolutely, I really do like the fact, like you were saying, we've interviewed a couple of people, and you have people from literally like all over New England, Connecticut, Massachusetts, obviously Rhode Island, and like you were saying, you have a vast array of different types of collectibles. So it's really something for everyone.
Oh yeah, there's something for everybody. It's meant for I think the hours are perfect. 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. You have time to eat lunch. You don't have to rush to go to a show. There's something for your mom, your dad, the kids. Everything has something for everybody, and I love that.
Okay, so if people want to get in touch with you, I know you're on Facebook and you're probably on Instagram and all those social links, and since you have another one coming in August, you definitely want to go check that out.
So you could follow us on Facebook, Collecticon Providence. That's the best way to get a hold of us. Obviously, if you want to join the Rhode Island Funko Pops and Collectibles groups now, that's another great way to contact us. So yeah, and we have QR codes, we have everything, so there's many ways to get a hold of us, okay?
Awesome.
You have to ask him, how many Funko Pops does he personally own?
Jeez, I think
so. You didn't hear Mark in the background. He was asking me to ask John how many Funko Pops does he actually own. I know you used to own a lot more than you do now.
A lot more than I do now, but I think right now, realistically, I own like 10.
Serious?
Yeah, wow. I cut down a lot. My favorite, that Dr. Doom I brought to you guys many years ago. I still have that. The Wee Bears 3-pack, Iron Giant with a car, and it's cool because now I'm into more collectibles now, like not Hot Wheels, Monster Jam with my son. He has too many, so now we just buy them and keep it inside the box, just to kind of establish that collectible. This is how you do it, buddy. So, but yeah, Funko Pops. My girl's got a bigger collection than I do for some reason. I don't know why, but I still love them, but it's just not the same as it used to be.
I also noticed you were selling a lot of wrestling stuff, including some pretty rare stuff. Did I see some figured stuff in there? Did I?
There is, Yeah, I have a lot of figures that people don't even know of, like Tama Tonga from WWE. A lot of people don't even know he had an action figure before they just released one, and it was from Japan. So it's cool to have, figures that people don't even know about. AJ Styles when he was with Bullet Club. I have one that's autographed, Which
is awesome.
Yeah, and I love AJ Styles. He's phenomenal, no pun intended. But I've been a wrestling fan since I was a kid, and I focus more on wrestling figures now than anything.
Which is awesome. Well, thank you again for having us out. We love covering it. You got to come to the place in August. Yep, Collecticon 2025. And you said your next date for your show is?
Don't quote me on it, but I think it's August 24th. It's going to be on a Sunday, same time, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's probably going to be a little bit different than this, but I think we're going to actually have some special guests too, though, so be prepared for that one.
Awesome. Go follow them on Facebook, and obviously when we get the information, we will pass along to you. John, thanks for taking the time. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much for coming, guys. Thank you. I very greatly appreciate that.
So, gentlemen, what'd you think?
No, that was a lot of fun. It's always fun meeting up with John and talking with him for a few minutes. I really like the fact there was a diverse amount of collectibles there. And not everyone's selling the same stuff. You had retro games, you had Pokemon, you had, like vendors selling like artsy, crafty stuff. And that was really cool. And it was busy.
Yeah, it was busy. A lot of people.
Yeah, it was good. I was looking for some comics there too, so I didn't quite see what I wanted, but there was a good choice of stuff there.
Yeah, there was some stuff, and we also ran into some old friends that we haven't seen for a while.
Chuckles the Clown and a bunch of people from Powerbomb, like Ringside Wrestling for like the 90s. We got a promo picture taken with them. That was really cool. Going back, we're literally going back into the mid 90s with some of this stuff.
Yeah, because we've been doing this for like close to 30 years, gentlemen.
That's crazy.
That's a long.
We're literally in our 29th year. That's just nuts.
Yeah, it is. I know, because my daughter's as old as our show.
Yep.
That's crazy. Okay, so that's going to be it for Collecticon 2025. I think he's having another one in August, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have another con of some sort sometime in August. You can go check out, Collecticon 2025 on Facebook, and as soon as we have information, we'll give it to you guys also.
Okay, all right. That's it for Collecticon 2025.